Why is the camera dead? It's not. What is going on with my picture? Activate. Weird. Whatever. Okay. What's going on, everybody? And good morning, good day, good evening, good night, good whatever time you are in right now. So, we got ourselves a little bit of a doozy today. Oh, there we go. I bought a heat press. Spent $100 on it. Was told it worked. Local guy, nice guy, retired Army or Air Force veteran. Promised me that it worked. I didn't test it. He suggested to test it before I left, and we both kind of said, I trust you. Got it home, plugged it in, and I get no lights. No activity. The LED display up top doesn't work. Get no red light here. Nothing. Called the guy back and said, hey, it doesn't work. No big deal. I'm not mad about it. He's like, okay. He's like, I can come pick it up, give your money back, or you can bring it back. We can take a look at it. I said, I'll bring it back. No problem. He's like 5 minutes away. It's not at the end of the world. So I said, oh, okay, I'll come back. Took it back to him. We tinkered with it for about 15 minutes. His wife comes out and she's like, hey, there's a trick into getting it to start, but once it runs, it's fine. Oh, that would have been kind of nice to know before I bought it, but it's okay. Again, no big deal. They're like, well, maybe, because to me it was acting like the circuit breaker was causing issues with the device not getting electric to it, because I wasn't even getting red light here, and it wasn't responding to anything we did. So he grabs a flathead screwdriver, starts messing with it, gets it to pop out, pops it back in, plugs it in, still doesn't do anything. Messes with it some more, then we end up breaking the 20 amp circuit breaker on the device, and she's like, well, it's broke now, so just throw it away. Just put it at the end of the curb. They're getting ready to move out of town. They're retired and moving to Florida, so their house is going to go up for sale. And he's like, I think in a month he's moving. So I'm like, if you're just going to throw it away, I'll take it. I can probably bypass this and it'll probably work. I'm like, I don't know for sure, but if you're just going to throw it away, I'll be more than glad to take it off your hands. So that's what we have now. So now I have a free heat press. I believe this unit is, I know it's old, but I believe it's industrial. It's an 1800 watt heating element, which is what caught my attention when I was looking for heat press. I don't want like 1000 watts. I don't think it's going to be enough to do full size t-shirts with what I'm wanting to do, like hoodies and that kind of stuff. So, I believe they got it from a t-shirt person as well that did t-shirts. They used it for t-shirts for a backup machine, and it worked for them. But it is also a 2010 model. So it's been around. It's been well loved, but I don't think it's been abused by any means. Yes, this back cover's bent, and I noticed that when I went to pick it up, and the buttons on the front display are sunk in. So something's going on inside with the control board, and I don't know what's going on with it. So I'm going to take a look. We're going to see if we can't bypass some wires, a safety feature, or if this thing's just flat out dead. So that's kind of what we're working on today, is we're going to see if we can't get this guy to work. So first things first, I mean, it doesn't look terrible. It's just a board. The board clearly lost a nut or two. Yeah, two to be exact. So the whole circuit board is falling, which I could fix. I could probably hot glue that sucker back up in there and it'd be fine. But let's try figuring this out, shall we? So I'm going to bring you guys down a little closer and we're going to see if we can't do some probing to try to figure some of this out. So we're going to leave it like it is. I'm going to plug it in with this back open. We already know that the circuit breaker is not going to work because it's broken now. So let's see if we can't undo some wires and get this to work. So we're going to pull this guy off. Come off. Don't fight me. Okay. I think that's going to reach all the way down to here. At least I hope. Nope. That broke the whole electrical switch. That's great. So is this fused? I'm confused. The electrical plug was loose. What in the world? This sucker's not coming apart. I need a pick. And I can't get to my picks because they're covered by the machine. Move some of my small tools over here. I could cut this apart. But what doesn't make any sense is this looks like it was soldered together, which doesn't seem safe. It was 100% soldered. Yeah. Okay, well, that's questionable at best already. Now, let's see if I can't get these zip ties off of here to get me some slack with this cable. It's got some heavy gauge wire in it. I kind of expected it to be well built. Okay, so that's the wire I'm after. And I think that's my problem. I think all of this has gotten hot. So like I just broke the on-off switch completely. So now let's see if I can get... Okay. Let's just bypass the power switch. Probably not the right thing to do. I'm fully aware. But I don't know if this thing even works. And I'm not going to spend money on it unless I know it works. And if it does work, then I'll replace some of this stuff. I have no problem with that. Try to make it safe again so I can get a new plug. So that's going to be neutral. That's going to be power, which fits there. No problem. Because I could just replace this whole thing with just cut the plug off and just plug it right in. And that's probably what I'll end up doing. But, so now I have hot, neutral, ground, all three connected. Let's see if this thing will come to life plugging it directly in without causing a fire. So again, that doesn't work, and the circuit doesn't work. If I lose stream, you guys probably know what happens because I think this is connected to the same circuit breaker the PC's on. We'll find out. 3, 2, 1. I heard it kick on. It's got lights. So it works. I'm okay with that. Yeah. Like, I can see... Yep, I can see the light kicking on. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So, let's make sure the actual device... I'm going to unplug it first. Let's make sure it actually gets hot like it's supposed to, and then we can order some parts if that's the case. So we'll rotate it around so we can get to the front. So I got light activity up there. Okay. Mode. Temp. Set time. Let's see if it'll get to 400. Looking for my temp gun. Yeah, it's right here. Okay. We're just gonna make sure that everything is kosher and then I'll pop off the switch in the circuit breaker and try to get part numbers off of it and order replacements. So simple, easy. It's getting warm. I can feel it. Again, I don't mind spending money on it now, but I'm kind of upset that A, they got it for free, and B, they sold it to me for what they did without testing it. And there was no way that this worked. That's the plug that came off of it, off the switch. And I told him, I said, it acted like I wasn't getting through, like I wasn't getting electrical through this. So I figured it was something simple. So, but they soldered the plug. Actually, I need a new plug. I'll try to get all three. A new 12-volt plug, a new circuit breaker, and a new power switch. It needs all three. I could probably just run a cord, like an extension cord, basically, and put it on a grommet somewhere on here and nut it so it don't come off, and like a safety thing. But I would rather do this. So, like, it's set, but to me, it doesn't feel like it's getting very hot. So I don't. Maybe it doesn't do anything until I push down on it. Hmm. Yeah, this doesn't look. This doesn't seem to be functioning right. Well, it's getting hot now, but why shouldn't this have a timer? So mode, temp, time, 20 seconds. I don't think it's working right. I think it's got other issues. But it has no sensors. Yeah, it doesn't have any sensors to know. Yeah, yeah, it does. It's right here. It's missing something. I think there's supposed to be a bridge between these two that tells when it's down to start counting, which I can ignore the timer. I can manually count if that's the case. But I mean, it's getting warm. It's 140. That's 140. 160. 140. 155. 160. I don't know. Something something doesn't seem right. And I'm not smart enough to figure this one out. I don't think. Maybe I am. Mode 400, 19 seconds. This just seems like it's a magnet. Let me see if I can get another magnet to just work with it. So that's exactly what it is. So it's magnetized. So this comes down. This is supposed to get close enough. Like that. And now it starts the timer. It's supposed to go for like 20 seconds. And she's definitely getting toasty now. But it's only 200. But I don't know if it gets hotter with it on. Something tells me it does. Yeah, I don't know. I don't understand how this Hall effect sensor works, because to me it doesn't seem like that gap is not anywhere close to being correct for this gap to meet that gap. And it's almost like this needs to go down farther, but I don't know how to fix that. Because I would like to think that this locks itself in place somehow. But I don't know what these all do. It's like the whole plate needs raised. And I don't know how to fix that. I think that's the live temp, by the way, that's displaying. Because that's about what I'm getting. She's toasty. Yeah, 214. $217. I just don't understand. Like, I was under the assumption these will lock in place. And it's like that needs to go down further. Am I just being a wussy? That's exactly what it is. I'm just not pushing down hard enough. Which then now the magnet gets where it needs to and the timer works. grief, that seems tight. It's slowly getting up to temp. It's not fast by any means. We'll leave her be. We'll let it go for a few. I want to see if it gets up to temp. Something tells me I don't need to be at 400. I think I only need to be around like 300, but let's find out. So I plan to do DTFs. So what temp should I use for DTF? Yeah, 280 and 320. So let's set it for 320. Just to make sure that I'm not going to like completely kill this thing. And melt it. Just to be safe, let's do three. We'll do 325. It says 285. And that's 270, 260 on here. Yeah, it's getting there. I wish I could adjust that. I think it's just slightly too much pressure. Something tells me it is adjustable. I just don't know how to do it, and I would assume it's this guy. But I don't want to fart with it too much. I guess I can try to grab... Let me try to grab some adjustables. And see if it'll spin it all for us. I think I have channel locks in here. I know I have a pair, I just don't know where they are. These vice grips might be big enough. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong way. I think there was a knob on this at one point. I think you can twist because it is knurled up here. I just seen that. Okay. She's getting toasty. But these threads. Okay, I'm not gonna fight with that much more. Yeah, like that's what I'm trying to fix. Now I know why it was free. Okay, I gotta come down with it a little bit. I don't want to go crazy, but I just want to loosen it up just a little bit. God, it's tight. And I feel like there's got to be a better way to release this thing. I guess just slapping it? Sure. Okay, well, I mean, it's 310, dropping a little bit. But at the end of the day, it does function. It does get hot. 305, 320, 324, 322, 301. I mean, it's got a 15-degree temperature difference. It's not the end of the world. Okay. For being free, I'm okay with this. We know it works. So now, I'm going to unplug it. We're going to let this guy cool down. And we are going to see if we can't try to find some electrical components to fix this guy. I'm not going to go crazy on prices yet. So, camera. So this would have been here. And that would have been up there. I'm just trying to get some pictures of this. Before I tear it completely apart. Okay. Should be good enough. Yeah, I don't trust any of this at this point. So we're going to rebuild it. I need a Phillips head screwdriver. Where did it go? Buried. Okay. Component 1 is out. Put these back together. Screw these on so don't lose them. circuit breaker. I mean, I'm not a huge. I mean, I understand why they have it. I get it, but I may not replace this. And the only reason I say that is my bet is something tells me this is going to be extremely expensive. Really? Yeah, like this thing is falling apart. I may put new electrical wires on it, which these little guys. So, okay. There we go. Yeah, that was that's bad. There's what the electrical switch looked like. So it shorted, it had a bad connection, melted the connector, which goes back to what like I was saying, like this was on the electrical plug side, which then also melted here. So it clearly had some issues, which is fine. We'll get it fixed. No big deal. I'll put all new crimp connectors on it. I'll probably buy all new wire, electrical wire for it. I just got to figure out what gauge this is. It's in Chinese, so I can't read it. I can probably use this to figure it out. This guy's still hot. I was gonna move it out of the way. Actually, I can probably get it on the box behind me. Maybe without burning myself. Maybe? Question mark. I doubt it. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm gonna try. Oh, this thing weighs a ton. Okay. I think that's gonna be okay there. Should be fine. Okay. Well, let's go to the PC and see what we can find for replacement components. And you know where we're going to shop. We're going to shop on eBay. No, actually I might, but it'll probably start at Amazon. And we'll go from there. So, move this stuff over here. Get it out of my way. I know you guys are blurry. I understand. Give me a second. Because I'm making room for the keyboard. The keyboard's going to come down over here. And then we're going to move to the PC. So now, you guys should be able to see my desktop, which you do. Okay. Check, make sure we're actually still live, because I didn't check earlier. Yep. It says we're live. Is audio working? Yep, audio's working. Test. Test, test, test. Okay. Amazon. Yep. Okay, chat's working. Just nobody's here. Oh, I don't have Amazon signed in out here. That sucks, because I can't buy anything from out here. Oh well. I can still find this. 20 amp AC circuit. Oh, this is not gonna work. Xenia-Ear. That's it. I mean, is it worth $20? Probably not. Not when I think I can retrofit it to something like this. I don't know if there's room for that, but for $10, I'm willing to cut a new hole and make room. So, okay. Now I need one. So, are none of these prime? They're not. Ew. Okay, well, that sucks. Let's do this. A Zing Ear ZE800. Oh, eBay's got them for cheap. Wait a minute, does that say 10? No, it's a 20 amp. But why is a ZE800 say 10 amps? ZE800. Weird. I'm willing to buy buy from China if I have to. I would prefer not. So let's see if there's anybody local. It's not an outrageous price. That's $15 and it's used. That seems expensive. $20 amp. Hmm. Let's just type in 20 amp Zig Ear. Zing, sorry, Z-I-N-G. Z-I-N-G. I mean, they're all... How's it to 3 to 20 amps? It's not adjustable. I don't get it. And it's not a multi-listing option. Yeah, this listing is fudged. Because that's clearly a 3 amp. But it says 20 amp. Unless that's it must be an overload. I don't know. I just know that that is not the right part. And that's not the right part. I bet 15 amps would work. And 18 would probably work. Yeah, let's just put a 30 amp in. Okay. So I know I can get this. It's not terribly priced. That's going to put me probably past where I really want to be. And then the switch is I wish I could read that. ACT 100. I think it's a 16 amp or 18. T100 dash I can't tell. Dash 55? SOKEN. Okay, let's try that. SOKEN RK1. Uh-oh. World dash 01. So what is this? Sixteen amp power switch. Okay. So nope. Is this really not in Prime either? Or is it because I'm not logged in, so I can't see Prime stuff? That might be why. But it looks like I can get them for $550. Yeah. I don't care if it's red or green. It doesn't matter to me. A power switch is a power switch. At the end of the day, it just needs to switch. So that's findable. And then I know I can find this plug. Hey, Ryan. Because you irritated it by itching it. Let me turn. Okay, I'm gonna hop off here, y'all. Yo, have a good one. Go take care of the kiddo. He just woke up, so perfect timing.